Sun Valley, a wonderful journey for taste buds. Here, every dish is a carefully cooked work of art. From the selection of fresh ingredients, to the unique cooking skills, to the exquisite arrangement, all of them show our persistence and love for food. Entering our restaurant, you will be attracted by the Sun Valley. Whether it is warm lights, comfortable seats, or unique decoration, it will create a relaxing and pleasant dining environment for you. Our service team is warm and thoughtful, always paying attention to your needs and making you feel at home. Come to Sun Valley and let delicious food and beauty meet. Address Gure, next to Mary Queen Church. Order phone number 09-280-76300.
Driving in demanding environments can make your engine work harder, adding stress to all the internal components, making them wear out more quickly. Engine combustion produces ash and other deposits that can form a sludge, blocking vital oilways and restricting oil flow throughout your engine. ADNOC Voyager is specially formulated to guard against sludge buildup by cleaning your engine. ADNOC Voyager is certified by major car manufacturers and is engineered for optimum performance, ensuring maximum protection throughout the life of your engine. ADNOC Voyager. Drive with confidence.
Since 2007, Amers Group has been a cornerstone of progress in South Sudan. From roads and buildings to essential services, we're dedicated to serving you across multiple industries. At Amers Company, we don't just build structures, we build the future. Our work in infrastructure, real estate development, and oilfield engineering powers the heart of South Sudan's growth. From concept to completion, we are shaping a thriving nation. As the sole distributor of Hitachi machinery, Amers Hitachi provides reliable equipment for construction, from excavators to cranes. At Amers General Trading, we offer trusted brands like ADNOC Lubricants, Triangle Tires, 3A Tires, and Amcol Energy MF batteries to keep South Sudan moving forward. Amers Auto Services keeps your vehicle safe and running smoothly with professional wheel alignment, wheel balancing, and periodic services. Amers Diesel Services specializes in precision repair of diesel pumps and injectors, ensuring industries run smoothly. Amers Pharma delivers quality medical supplies, promoting a healthier South Sudan. Amers Group, building South Sudan, connecting communities and serving industries. Together we move forward. Amers Group, better team.
Government confirms operationalization of oil refinery in Unity State. Government wins the $2.9 billion case against Vivacell Telecom Company. Also coming up, Speaker Nuno Kumba addresses meeting of the Bureau of the East African Community Speakers in Dar es Salaam. Hello and welcome to SSBC English News, coming to live in the national capital, Juba. With me, Abraham Aken. We thank you all for joining us. We begin with a major economic and infrastructure development in the country as the government confirmed the operationalization of Unity State Oil Refinery, the securing of electricity imports from the neighboring Uganda, and the resumption of key road construction projects, including Juba-Yei, Kaya and Juba-Rumbek Wow roads, all projects aimed at accelerating economic growth. The Vice President for Infrastructure Cluster, Taban Dengai, briefed President Salva Kiir Mayardit on the progress of these vital national programs. Our presidential reporter, Leandro Lotok, has the details.
President Kiir has received a detailed report from Vice President in charge of Infrastructure Cluster, Taban Dengai, who recently returned from a multi-purpose mission to Unity State. During the visit, the Vice President toured several areas, meeting with local communities to promote reconciliation, assess development progress, and reiterate the government's commitment to lasting peace.
The messages were delivered to the people along the route, from Lake to Western Barghazal to Warab to Unity State. The messages were the message of the president that he will never take this country back to war, and that he needs peace, and that he needs people to be productive. And I explained to them the issue of house arrest of Dr. Riek Machar, that it doesn't mean any problem on the implementation of peace. Instead, it is cementing peace, because it is a message to the populace, to the people of South Sudan, to responsible people, whether high-ranking government official, that people must abide by the law. Don't go into conflict with the law. The message of the president is very much appreciated. People need peace. People were happy to learn that the president is not willing and is not ready to take this country back to war. The only war that have remained now, according to President Salva's message, is war of development. We need more schools, we need more hospital clinics. We need to improve on what we are doing on roads. We need to clean rivers so that transportation goes. We need to open more airports so that development take place, so that people communicate between themselves, so that we go about our life. When there are good roads, farmers can do farming, they can access market, and when there are school, kids can go to school.
Taban emphasized that the implementation of the revitalized peace agreement is steadily advancing. Taban reported to the president that a mini oil refinery in Unity State is now fully operational, a development expected to boost the local economy and improve livelihoods.
One positive thing also that I found out is that the small refinery in Bantu now is working, it's producing diesel. Even I managed to fuel my convoy cars from that refinery. The fuel that brought us to Juba, we took it from the refinery in Bantu, which is a very good message to the people of the Warab, people of Northern Barghazal and Unity. Because those places, they are nearer to the refinery, even the people of Upper Nile, they can still take their fuel from those places. So
the briefing was attended by key government officials, including the Vice President and Chairperson of the Economic Cluster, Dr. Benjamin Bolmel, and the Minister of Cabinet Affairs, Dr. Martin Elia Lomuro. Vice President Taban's visit, which combined a significant religious celebration with a strong message of national unity, highlights ongoing efforts to build a peaceful and prosperous South Sudan. Alejandro Lotok, SSBC.
President Dr. Benjamin Bolmel has assured government's commitment to enhancing infrastructure and trade across Barghazal region. This follows a meeting with the governor of Northern Barghazal State, Simon Ober Maut, in Juba. Separately, Dr. Mel also convened with the Canadian Ambassador Joanny Means to discuss peace implementation and economic cooperation between the two countries. Mangar Gabriel reports.
Seeking to build on this momentum, Governor Maut held talks with Vice President for the Economic Cluster. In response, Dr. Mel assured the governor of the government's commitment to enhancing infrastructure and trade networks across the Barghazal region to support these efforts.
We have discussed a number of issues. Key among them is the absence of adequate liquidity in the state. And His Excellency, the Vice President, has promised that his office, the Office of the President, the Central Bank, and other relevant authorities are working to address this issue.
Separately, Vice President Dr. Mel and Canadian Ambassador Jones Means discussed the importance of inclusive political dialogue to support peace and transparent governance in the country.
Canada's support as the fourth largest bilateral donor is firmly based on the conviction that people of South Sudan deserve peace, security, and democracy.
These meetings underscore Northern Barghazal State's strategic role in the country's economic recovery and broaden international efforts to stabilize South Sudan. Mangar Gabriel, SSBC, Juba.
Thank you, Mangar Gabriel, for that report. To Tanzanian city of Dar es Salaam now, where the Speaker of Parliament, Jema Nunu Kumba, has addressed the 19th meeting of the Bureau of East African Community. Speakers assuring the region about South Sudan's peace and stability under the leadership of President Salva Kiir Mayardit. Nunu says government remains committed to implementing the revitalized peace agreement while upholding regional principles of peace security, reaffirming South Sudan's commitment to hosting the East African Community Parliamentary Capacity Building Program in the capital Juba this year. SSBC's Idris Stephen reports.
The Speaker of the Transitional National Legislative Assembly, Right Honorable Gemma Nono Kumba, in her address to the regional gathering of speakers in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, assured the region of the South Sudan's security, stability, and peace implementation as it remains committed to regional peace and security protocols. Nono affirmed South Sudan's commitment to fully engage in the regional activities as the country is ready to host East African Community Parliamentary Capacity Building in Juba this year.
I would like to assure you, dear colleagues, that South Sudan remains committed to fully re-engaging with all regional programs in the spirit of brotherhood and shared growth and shared future. And we hope to return to the games with renewed strength in the near future. As speakers, we do not merely preside over parliaments, we work to give meaning to the conscience of our nations. Let this meeting not be a culmination, but a catapult, propelling us towards a future marked by transformative policy, bold cooperation and legislative actions that uplift the lives of our citizens. From health and education to innovation and trade, let us enact laws that remove barriers, unlock prosperity, and anchor sustainable development.
The Deputy Speaker of the Council of State, Right Honorable Mary Ayen Majok, appealed to the regional parliament to support South Sudan in the implementation of the peace agreement to realize lasting peace.
I commend also the role of the various speakers in their commitment to ensure that the community embrace and join the globe in the race towards the artificial intelligence and innovation. For addition, I would like to appeal to the region to support the government of the Republic of South Sudan in the implementation of the revitalized agreement on the resolution of conflict in the Republic of South Sudan.
The Speaker of the East African Legislative Assembly, Right Honorable Joseph Ntakutimana, appealed to the member states to remain steadfast in unity and support each other to achieve common goals of the regional peace, security, and prosperity.
Let us remain steadfast in our commitment to unity and solidarity, and the Bureau of Speakers must continue to lead by example, working closely with the Council of Ministers, the EAC Secretariat, and all stakeholders to address our shared challenges.
And the Speaker of Kenyan Parliament, Right Honorable Amason Jeva Kingi, said members of East African Parliament must stand as pillars of stability, diplomacy, and democracy to confront any geopolitical constraints.
In a time of global uncertainties and shifting alliances, our regional parliaments must stand as pillars of stability, diplomacy, and democratic governance. Our collaboration is vital in helping the region navigate emerging geopolitical realignments. As we face changes in trade patterns, security dynamics, and foreign relations.
Meanwhile, the Speaker of the United Republic of Tanzania, Right Honorable Tulia Ackson, said the meeting of the Bureau of East African Community Speakers will strengthen the region to harness the new role of digital platforms and artificial intelligence in the institutions of higher learning across the region and its benefits in the development agenda.
It is in this regard that we must consider initiating an EAC Parliamentary Digital Transformation Roadmap with artificial intelligence at its core and ensure that no partner state is left behind in this evolution.
The Bureau of Speakers of East African Community meeting is crucial in harmonizing regional laws, promoting democratic governance, and supporting integration agenda of the East African community.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mande Semaia Kumba, has returned to Juba following his visit to Europe and the South American country of Brazil, where he engaged in several diplomatic meetings with the counterparts from those countries. While in Europe, Minister Kumba attended the inauguration of Pope Leo XIV in Vatican City. Speaking of foreign arrival in Juba, Minister Kumba reiterates South Sudan's commitment to advancing interfaith dialogue and strengthening its relationship with Vatican, emphasizing that such diplomatic engagements play a crucial role in supporting peace, reconciliation, and regional cooperation.
This historic event was well organized. The event was colorful, and it was attended by a very good number of global leaders. And I was accompanied in this important and historic event by our ambassador to Rome. During the event, I was honored to have met with His Holiness Pope Leo, whereby I conveyed greetings, best wishes, and sincere words of congratulations from His Excellency President Salva to him. And again, I also had an opportunity to share with him briefly the current political and security situation in the country. And I also reassured him of our commitment to the peace process. And I appeal to him on behalf of His Excellency the President to continue praying for peace in the Republic of South Sudan. My second trip was to Brussels, in which I participated alongside with our ambassador to Brussels in the joint African Union and European Union summit. We participated in this event effectively, and during that event I had an opportunity to meet with a very good number or reasonable number of foreign ministers in Europe and in Africa. My last trip was to Brazil, in which I was delegated by His Excellency the President to represent him in the second dialogue of Brazil and Africa dialogue on agriculture, food security, and the fight against hunger. During this event, we attended the banquet which was hosted by the President of Brazil in presence of the President of Angola, and I also had an opportunity to attend a very important meeting with my Brazilian counterpart, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Brazil, in which we had a very productive and comprehensive bilateral discussions to enhance our already.
Coming up, government wins the $2.9 billion United States dollars, a case placed on South Sudan by Vivacell Telecom Company. We will have that story right here after a short break. Please do stay with us. Welcome back. Now, in a significant development, government wins the $2.9 billion United States dollars, a case placed on South Sudan by Vivacell Telecom Company. In a news conference on Monday, immediately after the ruling, the Minister of Information, Communication Technology and Postal Services, Michael Makwelwet, says out of the 17 points claimed by Vivacell to justify their $2.9 billion US dollars claim against government of South Sudan, South Sudan legal team won 12 points, reducing the $2.9 billion to at least $48 million and liable for discussions. According to Minister Makwei, South Sudan will look over the ruling and come out with the way forward on whether the government should pay the over $48 million or not.
There were 17 points which were raised to justify their claim of $2.9 billion. Out of these 17 points, we won 12 points. There was a balance of 5 points from all the claims that were raised in order to support their case. As a result, and after thorough examination and presentations, final award came out as $48,452,035. This is the amount that is said to be equivalent to the 5 points that we have lost in the arbitration. This amount is plus interest and cost. Interest and cost, these are issues to be calculated, but the original amount is only 48 million, say 0.5. In arbitration, there is no loser and there is no winner. In arbitration, you must come up with something in the middle. This is why it is called arbitration. So in this case, we have won the arbitration very highly, because to bring down a figure from 2.9 billion to 48 million is a big thing. It is a great achievement, and one must be proud of that. This is the first case that we have faced in the international arena. Vivacell had never been thankful to us. We have given them all the necessary concessions, and that is how they have come up with it. They took us to the court. And this amount, which has been reduced now to 48 million, 0.5, say, we'll look into it. That is not the final position, because we have our own claims also. Vivacell had been operating here in South Sudan. We had given it 10 years concession, which they did not appreciate. And during these processes, we have also been looking forward for, because we need something also from them. We need them.
Exploring humanitarian situation in the country, the governor of Northern Barghazal State, Simon Ober Maut, has briefed the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management, Albino Kolatak, and the chairperson of South Sudan Relief and Rehabilitation Commission, Stephen Queth, on humanitarian situation in Northern Barghazal State. In a statement to SSBC, RRC chairperson Stephen Queth appreciated the government of Northern Barghazal for repatriating 1,080 returnees and refugees who were on transit in Abyei administrative area to Awil, Northern Barghazal State. Information Minister Gabriel Dengyel appeals for support from the national government for the returnees and refugees.
The government of the Republic of South Sudan and the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management and the Relief and Emergency Commission has commended greatly the work that has been done by the Northern Barghazal State in receiving and resettling all the IDPs and the refugees in their states. This is the work that is required from all the states in the northern corridors, and also this is the work that has been commenced by our partners and the donors as well. So we thank them for this work that they've done. We appreciate the level of understanding and the cooperation with the donors and the partners, and speeding up the process of resettling these refugees, give them full protection and all the supports necessary needed in the state.
The purpose of our visit is to inform the ministry about the condition of the returnees that we took from Abyei recently to northern Bahr el Ghazal states. The number was 1,086 individuals coming from Sudan through Abyei. Currently, we still have 700 returnees in Abyei. So the condition of our people is really dire. The state tried its best to ensure that each of these returnees get their daily sufficient in terms of food items. Now it is the rainy season. These individuals will always need something to eat. They also need medical attentions and several others that are very essential to their living conditions. Currently, we are overwhelmed at the state with the number of returnees. We have individuals that are coming from part of Awil East, that is through Mejongintio. We also have some coming through Kiradem, through Awil North County. All are being taken care by the Northern Bahr el Ghazal state government. So the situation cannot be handled by the state government. We have done our part and we are trying actually to ensure the Ministry of Humanitarian and Disaster Management
The Minister of Higher Education, Science and Technology, Madut Biarial, has inspected the ministry's headquarters along the Jubayei Road, which was vandalized during the 2016 conflict. Speaking to SSBC, Minister Biar says the purpose of the visit was to assess the condition of the facility, noting that it had been previously handed over to the World Bank for rehabilitation. The ministry's Director for Project and Building Skills for Human Capital Development Initiative, Kai David, confirmed that the World Bank will oversee the entire renovation project, abiding process for contractors, is adding that the process for giving contractors the opportunity to finish the building is underway, and that the World Bank is given the responsibility to supervise it.
This morning to inspect this building, which was actually completed a long time ago, and due to some crisis that happened in our country, this building is looking like this, but it was completed and actually officially taken over from the contractor. And we are here today to check this building so that we see what we can do as the government and as the Ministry of Higher Education, so that we renovate this building, and then we come here officially once it is renovated. As we have seen, there is a lot of damages that happen. Doors, windows, and other small fittings actually were removed, vandalized by unknown people, and that need actually a complete, comprehensive repair again, and also to make some redesign internally so that this ministry look like the real resembling the Ministry of Higher Education, Science and Technology.
The Employers Association of South Sudan, in collaboration with the International Labour Organization, has launched a 5-day training program aimed at empowering women in enterprise. The program, under the theme Gender Entrepreneurship Together for Enhanced and Secured Household Economy, focuses on equipping women with business skills and knowledge to strengthen their role in the national economy. In his remarks, the Minister of Labour and Industrial Relations, James Hosmai, encourages women entrepreneurs to practice patience, disciplines, and support local product development. The program officer at the International Labour Organization, the Regia Lemu, emphasizes that the training's goal is to enhance women's capacity in enterprise and promote their participation in South Sudan's labour market. The association's Information Secretary Deng Daniel Chuang urges young entrepreneurs to make use of the training and learn from business experts facilitating the sessions.
Take this training very seriously because it will open up your eyes. Whatever you are not seeing in terms of business, you will get it from this training. And I want to urge our ILO. You know, sometimes when you do things in pieces, it's small, it will not help us. And you do also, when after this training, trying to create actually a project that can be a pilot project, all right, to support.
We are here for a workshop on gender and entrepreneurship to members of the Employers Association of South Sudan. We have had this request from the Employers Association of South Sudan last year when the ILO director visited the constituencies in South Sudan. One of the major requests was support the women in business in South Sudan to have adequate entrepreneurship capacity in order to run successful and beneficial businesses.
We are here today for the workshop training supported by the ILO for the women entrepreneurship in terms of women entrepreneurship together. The training will be for 5.
The Ministry of Gender, Child and Social Welfare has reaffirmed its commitments to strengthening child protection system by investing in standard monitoring mechanisms that ensure accountability and equality services delivery. This was highlighted on Monday during a national consultation on a strategic shift in child protection. The ministry's Undersecretary Esther Ikere Iluzai says the consultation focuses on the need to distinguish between child protection system and the mechanism used to deliver these services, ranging from primary prevention to tertiary response. The acting Minister of Gender, Child and Social Welfare, James Hosmai, calls on stakeholders, particularly UNICEF, to focus on strengthening national child protection system. Western Equatorial State Minister of Gender, Child and Social Welfare urges stakeholders to work across all levels to ensure a balanced and effective child protection system, with UNICEF representative Nola Iskina expressing the organization's continued support to ensure a comprehensive system-based approach to create a safe environment for children.
We want to take care of our children. So approach from the humanitarian to government, there is no argument. We accept it wholeheartedly. We have to take care of our children. We don't want anybody to come and tell us that you have children somewhere there with no parent and nothing. It is our responsibility. Themselves, they will not be able to open the school for them, to take care of them. But if UNICEF can shift also, now we are shifting from humanitarian to the government. Can we shift from humanitarian to school by UNICEF? We really need to build these schools, especially vocational schools. You will be able to take care of these children. Yeah.
With limited funding, it has also called for sustainability approaches. And one of the sustainability approach is to ensure that we shift back to the government responsibility and ensuring that this responsibility is invested in the ministries of gender, child and social welfare, both at the national level and at the state level. And that's why this meeting is very, very important. So
having a robust system that prevents, detects, and has the referral mechanisms and the ability to have individualized case management will be a game changer for children in this country, for the protection of children in this country. So
the major challenge that we have seen is poverty still exists very high due to the crisis in the state this year. Especially now, you can't see children who have been in school because their parents are distracted. Even when you are going to the field, you can be shot dead on the way.
Still to come, the Diak Jogdit community leadership has honored Governor General Kongchol over the weekend following the appointment of the recently appointed government officials in various institutions in Upper Nile State. We are going for another break and we will be back with more stories. Please stay tuned. Welcome back now to Upper Nile State Capital Malakal, where the Diak Jogdit community leadership had honored Governor General Kongchol over the weekend following the appointment of the recently government officials in different institutions in the state. After listening to the community's words for peace and challenges they faced, Governor Kongchol urges them to embrace peace with their neighbors. State Information Minister Peter Ngong emphasized government's roles in advancing peace across the state. A statement backed by the SPLM Secretary in the state, Gabriel Tut Gatchai, who reaffirmed the party's commitment to peace and security stability within the state. The chairperson of Diak Jogdit community, Jack Asen Malwal, reiterated their support for the government to uphold security stability in the state.
أول حاجة كويس خالص وقاعد يسعى في نحن الولاية دفع أكل في ناصر ونحن هنجدع في ولاية أي محل نحن نكون نجدعوا فوقه بنكون أكل فوق عشان كده دول ضد السلام بيقول يا جماعة تاكل أكل كل ما يتعلمون ونسوا يكملوا وده كده فالأكل أصلاً في ناصر بيقول ما في مسلم بتاعك وبكرة ده اللي لسه هيجدع بعد بكره هيجدع ده الوضع بتاعنا ويقول اكل ماشي اللي بالي بيبان لو داير برضه كان يجدعوا برضه نحن بنجدع
جايه زي ده بالتاكيد ده دفعه حقيقيه وحماس له وبشجعنا كحكومه اننا ماشيين في الاتجاه الصحيح. انا بشكركم مره ثانيه. بالنسبه لمقاطعه باليد امس انا لقيت الاخ المحافظ هنا وقال لي انه الشبكه بتاعت زين ما شغال. الشبكه ده اذا رجع بكون كويس، لكن اذا ما رجع انا تكلمت مع جبنا قلت له جبنا الناس دي محتاجين للشبكه لانه المنطقه بتاعتهم منطقه استراتيجيه ومنطقه مهمه جدا لنا كحكومه. نحن هنشتغل في موضوع بتاعت الشبكه. وما مفترض بس مقاطعه بالي تكون شغال بزين فقط، لكن شبكه ديجيتال وام تي ان نحن هنشتغل ان الشبكات دي كلها تكون موجوده في المنطقه دي لانه دي منطقه استراتيجيه للحكومه.
حاجة ده نقوله بجد موقلوا عليها انتوا ناس طيبين انا بيعرف موقل لان انا منكم ملكال ده عشان يكون في سلام الموجود الان ده دور بتاعكم ده دور بتاعكم كلامه قالوا ناس كبار قبيل انه نحن بنجي معك أنا عارف تماماً ومقتنع كلام الموقف بقوله بكون في المال بتاعه.
فيمكن الفترة اللي نحن قعدنا فوقها هسه ده.
As the country prepares for 2026 elections, Western Barakazan State Deputy Governor and SPLM Chairperson Zakaria Joseph Garang briefs members on the participation in the swearing-in ceremony of the newly appointed SPLM Deputy Chairperson following the party's leadership structure. The State SPLM Secretary Dakumi Abakar Abdulaziz emphasizes the need for collective efforts to achieving the party the party's desired goals. Assistant Secretary for Peace and Reconciliation Affairs, Natalina Idris, expresses gratitude to the party's chairman, President Salva Kiir Mayardit, for appointing Maria Pai as deputy, calling on women to support President's peace efforts. David Lawrence from the State SPLM Youth League affirms youth commitment to supporting peace and reconciliation processes.
ونورنا في الأشياء اللي حصلت في 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 أداء القسم، واستفدنا استفادة كبيرة جدا من اللقاء ومن التنوير. نورنا فيما حدث والمستقبل بتاع العمل في الفترة الجاية على مستوى الولاية وعلى مستوى القومي.
دار نقول للنواب الثلاثة، دار نقول لهم مبروكات وشدوا حيلكم، ونحن من خلفكم هنا وكلنا سويا من أجل الحركة الشعبية. نحن كنساء مبسوطات شديد أنه عندنا أختنا ميريا باي. هنا دار نقول لك مبروك وشد حيلك. نحن إن شاء الله مع الحركة الشعبية باقي المسيرة نحن هنقودوا لغادي 2026.
احنا كشباب ذات الولاية احنا استمعنا للتنوير من السيد الرئيس، والتنوير كان دافع جدا جدا، طرح لنا فيه الموجهات اللي هو جاي به من جوبا. كشباب ذات الولاية احنا لقينا انفسنا ضمن الموجهات، واحنا اكثر الناس سعيدين لانه بنعتبر انه المرحلة الجاية هو مرحلة شبابية بحت، وكشباب احنا قبلنا كل الموجهات اللي طرح من السيد الرئيس واللي هو جاي به من المستوى القومي، هنكون مستعدين.
To northern Barakazal state capital, a wheel where heavy downpours have destroyed government property, including billboards and the antenna of a Kolyam FM community radio station in Awil town. The Director General of the State Ministry of Information, Barnabas Gwoding, says the property destroyed are worth thousands of dollars. The manager of a Kolyam FM community radio station, Angelina Chol, appeals to well-wishers, state and national government authorities to support the restoration of the infrastructure.
What happened was rain. That rain was actually very serious rain, which has caused a lot of destruction. And you could see here, this is a Kolyam radio. The whole tower has been destructed. It fell down, and the whole thing is destroyed. And this was not just a normal rain. It is rain that is actually consists of wind. All the fence has been down and has broken almost everything.
This radio station will remain up because we don't have a pan to repair it again. And this antenna costs about 200,000 USD. To do it is not something easy for us unless the government, especially the national government and the government of Northern Barakazal.
Back in Juba, where 120 medical doctors commenced licensure examinations on Monday. The examination is to ensure doctors meet the needed requirements for legal accreditation to practice medicine and pharmacy, SSBC's Dutakbin reports.
120 graduates are attempting the license examinations of South Sudan General Medical Council at Juba Teaching Hospital. Speaking to SSBC at the launch of the examination on Monday, the chairpersons of the South Sudan General Medical Council, Professor Rosta Jacosta, says the examination tests clinical skills. She appeals to the National Ministry of Health to render an available assistance to the doctors to respond to the health challenges at the grassroots, and applauded the management teams in public hospital for their cooperation with the young doctors during their internship.
When they finish their training in the medical schools, they go through training for almost like 19 months in different hospitals, teaching hospitals. And then after finishing that training, they have to take these exams. It is after passing these exams that they are licensed to be medical doctors. We are calling upon the National Minister of Health that when these people, when they finish the exams, that they get the necessary support and employment so that they go down there to the states to deliver the needed services to our communities outside.
The Director General of Juba Teaching Hospital, Dr. Anthony Lupai, says Exercise is not an academic assignment but a test of practical experience to qualify a medical practitioner to be licensed for professional works in the country.
This training that were done was to have the integration between the clinical information they received in the colleges, in the university, and the practical thing that they are going to get on the patients in the hospitals. We made sure that they could at least be in the position of carrying the emergencies that they are going to attend to.
A candidate for the examination, medical doctor Peter Jock Manyok, says the license examination is to evaluate and attain license from the South Sudan General Medical Council for legal practices with a high assurance.
This exam is a good exam to the Ministry of Health because it helps in quality assurance and in determination of the competency of the doctors. So I'm very happy, and I always urge my colleagues who haven't taken these exams to come and also take the exam so that they can practice legally in their own country.
In a significant step towards empowering youth, the South Sudan National Youth Union has signed a memorandum of understanding with the University of Juba aimed at uniting young individuals through music and drama. The agreement was formalized in a ceremony attended by key stakeholders on Monday afternoon. Taban Paride, chairperson of South Sudan National Youth Union, emphasized the initiative's goal of fostering peace and unity among the youth. The Dean of Arts and Music at the University of Juba, Dr. Justin John, highlights the crucial role both institutions will play in harnessing the potential of the youth.
South Sudan is rich with a lot of talent, and one of it is music. We have our international and local artists that we have here, but we want more. We want more artists, and through this memorandum of understanding, we shall be establishing a contact point.
ده نقطة تحول كبير جدا للاتحاد والشباب في التعاون مع جامعة جوبا في إننا كيف نقدر نحول الطاقات السلبية للشباب إلى طاقات إيجابية. كيف إنه الشباب ياخذوا المسؤولية تجاه إنه يستخدموا الفنون عموما والموسيقى بشكل خاص في الدعوة إلى التعاون والسلام في مجتمعات جنوب السودان.
You know, in music there is no boundaries. It is just a music that can bring all the people of different creed, color or background. Given our country, 64 tribes, when the music is put, anyone can dance and anyone can express himself or herself. And it is a factor of unity. And it can bring...
Well, that story brings us to the end of our news. From me, Abraham McKen, and the whole team here, we thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.
شفتوا بلدنا بفرح ويرقصوا يا أبي انتوا شفتوا بلدنا بفرح ويرقصوا لموا ايدنا علم يرفعوا بلدنا دي قلبنا لموا ايدنا خلي يرفعوا جنوبنا دي قلبنا نجني سوا مهننا اخوان بين الناس نكون اقوياء نجني سوا مهننا اخوان بين الناس نكون اقوياء مسيحيين ومسلمين وقف تكون في وحده تمام مسيحيين مسلمين وقف تكون في وحده تمام